Ever wondered how to grill the perfect lamb chops? Well, you're in the right place. In the world of barbecue, grilling lamb chops is a skill that's both an art and a science. It's not just about throwing some meat on the grill. It's about selecting the finest cut, understanding the nuances of your grill, and coordinating those elements to create a symphony of flavors. So buckle up, barbecue enthusiasts. It's time to embark on a mouth-watering journey. So gear up to master the art of grilling the perfect lamb chops. First things first, picking the right lamb chops is crucial. There are several cuts of lamb chops to consider, each with their own unique characteristics. Shoulder chops, for instance, are marbled with fat, making them juicy and flavorful when slow cooked. Loin chops, on the other hand, are leaner and best suited for quick, high-heat cooking methods like grilling. Rib chops, often referred to as lamb lollipops, are tender and full of flavor, making them a popular choice for many. Now let's talk about freshness and quality. When choosing your chops, look for meat that's bright red in color, with white or cream-colored fat. The meat should feel firm but not hard. Avoid any chops that have a strong or off-putting odor. And remember, if possible, always choose grass-fed organic lamb. It may cost a bit more, but trust me, the difference in taste is worth every penny. Remember, quality meat equals quality taste. Now that you've got your chops, it's time to prepare them for the grill. Our first step is to create a mouth-watering marinade. This will not only tenderize the meat but also infuse it with unforgettable flavors. Start with a base of olive oil. It helps the spices stick to the meat and promotes even cooking. To this, add freshly squeezed lemon juice for a bit of acidity and brightness. Next, the spices. We're going for a classic blend here. Minced garlic, rosemary, thyme, salt, and cracked black pepper. The garlic and herbs add depth and richness, while the salt and pepper heighten the natural flavors of the lamb. Mix everything together until you have a well-blended marinade. Now, for the main event. Place your lamb chops in a dish or a sealable plastic bag. Pour the marinade over the chops, ensuring they're fully coated. Massage the marinade into the meat, making sure it penetrates into every nook and cranny. Remember, this isn't a race. Take your time and give those chops the TLC they deserve. Once our chops are thoroughly coated, it's time to let them rest. This is where patience comes into play. You see, marinating isn't just about adding flavors on the surface, it's about letting those flavors seep deep into the meat. So, cover your dish or seal your bag and place it in the refrigerator. A minimum of 2 hours is recommended, but for the best results, let them marinate overnight. While you wait, you can prepare your grill or even whip up some sides. But remember, no peeking. Let the marinade do its magic undisturbed. As you can see, preparing your lamb chops for the grill requires some thought, time, and patience. But trust me, when you take that first bite of perfectly grilled, flavor-packed lamb chop, you'll know it was all worth it. Patience is vital in this step, as a good marinade makes all the difference. Now let's move on to the next scene, the art of grilling. With your chops ready, it's time to fire up the grill. The art of grilling isn't just about tossing some meat onto the flames and hoping for the best, it's about understanding the elements, controlling the heat, and mastering the dance of sizzle and sear. Let's start with setting up the grill. Be it gas or charcoal, both have their merits. A charcoal grill gives you that smoky flavor that's synonymous with grilling. If you're using charcoal, make sure to light it up and let it burn until the coals are covered with a thin layer of ash. This indicates that they are at the right temperature for grilling. For gas grills, preheating is key. Turn your burners on high and let the grill heat up for about 10 to 15 minutes before you start cooking. This ensures a nice, even heat across your cooking surface, which is essential for that perfect sear. Now let's talk temperature control. It's not just about cranking up the heat. Too high and you'll burn the outside before the inside is cooked. Too low and you'll end up with dry, overcooked meat. Aim for a medium heat, around 375 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. This will give you a great sear on the outside while keeping the inside juicy and tender. Once your grill is ready, it's time to place your lamb chops on. Position them so they're not directly over the flames. You want them to cook with indirect heat to avoid burning. Space them evenly to ensure even cooking, and remember, no overcrowding. Each chop needs its own space to bask in the glorious heat. The key to achieving that perfect sear lies in patience. Avoid the temptation to flip the chops too early. Let them cook for about 4 minutes on each side. This will give them a chance to develop a beautiful crust. When it's time to flip, use tongs, not a fork. Piercing the meat allows those precious juices to escape. Keep an eye on the color and texture. You're looking for a deep brown sear and firm, but not hard texture. Use a meat thermometer to check the internal temperature. For medium rare, aim for an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Once your lamb chops have reached their perfect state of grilled goodness, give them a little rest. This allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat, ensuring each bite is as juicy as the last. And there you have it, perfectly grilled lamb chops. Every sear, every flip, every moment of patient waiting culminates in this moment of triumph. The art of grilling mastered. A true barbecue master knows that the job isn't done once the meat leaves the grill. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: resting the meat. After grilling, your lamb chops need some time to relax. You see, when you cook meat, the heat drives all those tasty juices towards the center. By letting it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes, you're allowing those juices to redistribute throughout the chop. It's like a mini vacation for your lamb chops, and it's a non-negotiable step if you want them juicy and flavorful. Next, let's discuss garnishing. A little fresh rosemary, a squeeze of lemon, these can elevate your dish to a whole new level. Plus, they add a pop of color that makes the dish as pleasing to the eye as it is to the palate. Remember, we eat with our eyes first, so a bit of garnish can go a long way. Finally, let's talk about serving. Pair your perfectly grilled lamb chops with some grilled vegetables or a fresh salad. Maybe add a glass of red wine. The idea is to create a balanced meal that complements the star of the show, your lamb chops. With these finishing touches, your grilled lamb chops will be a hit at any barbecue. So, let's quickly recap the steps to grill the perfect lamb chops. First and foremost, it all starts with choosing the right cut of meat. Remember, quality matters. Opt for fresh, high-quality lamb chops that are evenly cut and have a good amount of marbling. These factors will ensure that your chops are tender and packed with flavor. Next, the preparation of the lamb chops is equally important. A good marinade can make all the difference. The mixture of olive oil, garlic, rosemary, and a hint of lemon zest adds depth and complexity to the flavor. And don't forget to let those chops marinate for at least a couple of hours, better yet, overnight. The longer they soak up the marinade, the more flavorful they become. Then comes the grilling, the heart of the process. This is where the magic happens, and your skills as a barbecue master really shine. Make sure your grill is preheated to the right temperature before introducing the chops. The aim is to achieve a nice sear on the outside while keeping the inside tender and juicy. Timing is key here. Overcooking can make your chops tough and dry, while undercooking can be a risk to health. So keep a close eye on your grill and use a meat thermometer if you have to. Finally, the finishing touches. Allow your grilled lamb chops to rest for a few minutes after cooking. This allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat, resulting in a more tender and flavorful bite. And when serving, consider adding a sprig of rosemary or a squeeze of fresh lemon juice to enhance the overall flavor. In the end, grilling the perfect lamb chops is about more than just the steps involved. It's about the passion, the patience, and the love for good food. It's about creating memories around the grill, one perfectly grilled lamb chop at a time. Now you are ready to impress your friends and family with your skills. Happy grilling!